What's going on? What's going on? This is Oshin of Oshin's View. You already know who I'm in the building with. My brother, Willie.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Let me get my hands. Let me get warmed up. Because I've been online all day. And in the words of that young man that passed away years ago because he got killed, I got time today. And I had time all day today. All day I had time. First off, before we get into this, I have 3 idols in this world. It's been a bad week for 2 of them. And I'm hoping the 3rd one just stays clear. Those 3 idols would be Michael Jordan, Will Smith, and Sean Puff Daddy Combs. You can imagine who the 2 that had a terrible week this week. And my man MJ is holding on strong. Just leave Mike Jordan alone. Just leave him alone. Just keep.
We was talking about his son last week.
But just as his son, just keep Mike out of it. Let his airness stay in his goatness. If you want to keep arguing about LeBron, go ahead. I'm cool with Mike's legacy and what he's done. Leave him alone. This is why, hold up, and I don't want to go far, but this is why Michael Jordan doesn't show up to these events. Honestly, think about it. Mike is like, I'm not coming around. That's why when he comes around, it's like, boom. Yeah. But Mike is like, this is why I don't, basically Mike is like, this is why I don't come outside. This is why, if you catch me, you notice we always catch Mike Jordan like, I don't want to call them obscure because they're definitely popping places. Like, there was a video just recently, Michael Jordan was just walking in Monaco. You see what I'm saying? Monaco. Yeah. And that joint is, you got to have bread out there. Yeah. But Mike is like, he's going to be around where the bread is at. Yeah, yeah. And just cool out with who he's cooling out with. But Michael Jordan is out of it. So, shout out to my man Cam at Murder. My man Mace, Harlem in the building. So, a week ago, Cam and Mace on their show, It Is What It Is, Cam pretty much took his shot at Joe Smith's wife, the body babe.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
He took his shot. Yeah. But that's what Harlem is going to do. That's what I think any real inner city, I'm not going to just leave it to New York. I think Philly, a lot of other places, dudes would have took their shot. Yeah. So Cam specifically asked, well, are you one of the body babes? Would you actually give me a massage? We took that as him taking a shot, which it kind of was, but it was real vague. Then Mace surprises Cam with her, Keisha Chavez, showing up on the show. Yeah. And Cam proceeds to get a massage right there on the set. Not only did he get a massage, because they still try to conduct the interview. Yeah. Something was said. Mace said, well, I'm out. Starts taking off his microphone. Stat was like, well, I'm out too. Cam tells the producer, can you lower the lights? And that's what Stat was like, well, I'm out of here. And pretty much everybody left. So it's just Joe Smith's wife and Cam in the dark on the set. And I gotta believe that's when the lights went low. Yeah. I gotta believe everybody around that area left. Like cameramans and all. Yeah. Everything was cut off. I can imagine what maybe happened or maybe nothing happened. But when a man tells you to lower the lights and pretty much peace out, yeah, he want that prophecy. Yeah. Shout out to a friend of the show, my homegirl Gia, because she said she doesn't know who the guy was or the wife. And that's fair. Yeah. But not really. So I had to remind her that Joe Smith was the #1 draft pick of the NBA.
Yeah, but that really don't matter to chicks, though.
Well, no. What I'm saying is this. The reason why I had to say that is because the narrative started being more so like he's nobody. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we know guys, and if you follow enough, know who Joe Smith was. He wasn't a bust either.
Right.
You see something like that. So I just didn't want this narrative because, he's older now. He's going through some things and stuff like that in age. But put some respect on Joe's name. Everybody knows who Joe Smith was and is. Now, I put a post up talking about accountability of women because this is all leading into where we're really going.
Right.
I didn't hear any women talking against Joe Smith's wife because, once again, I don't care what they're going through. That is still his wife.
100%.
See, this is, what I think? A lot of women operate mentally in the space of girlfriend, boyfriend. Because you can do a lot of things when it's just boyfriend and girlfriend. Until you've actually been married and that piece of paper is law binding and both your names is connected.
Yeah.
When you move a certain way, it's going to be scrutinized a certain way because of that paper. Now, boyfriend and girlfriend, you got all kind of wiggle room to do a lot of things. We live together, somebody just leaves. You might leave a shirt, a toothbrush, things like that. When you're married, you can't just leave. You can't just walk out and leave. So, but I don't hear anybody saying anything about that. Now, guys, we're kind of like, damn, Joe, just curve up, get it over with.
Right.
But once again, if you've ever been married or if you're married, it's not that easy just to be walking away.
It's not that easy, but she's trying to make it easy. Like, she putting the ball at the rim. Like, just go ahead and dunk that thing. Like, she is a bugging. Just when you thought she took it too far, she take it another foot longer. Pause. But it's crazy. Like, she's bugging. Like, yo, when she was flirting with Cam the first time, that was bugging. I get it. But to actually come on the show, get his man a massage, and to suggest that something possibly could have happened is crazy. Especially when I seen Joe's reaction of you just having a OnlyFans page and doing what she said, solo stuff on her OnlyFans page. You know what I mean? But she's doing everything in her power right now to suggest that she's a single woman, to suggest that she's back in the sex business life. You know what I mean? Knowing that he's really not with that. You see what I'm saying? The perception online is that he's really not with that. And keep saying that like she want to be back with him. But she not moving like she want to be back with him.
Exactly.
She moving like it's an ultimatum. You know what I say about ultimatums? You give a man an ultimatum, most times he's going to take the latter.
Yep. The thing about it that's so crazy also is I got to keep going to this word accountability. That's going to be the word of the day because that's what this all boils down to in a lot of things. I've told you I've never been a fan of this is how I was when you met me.
Right.
I think that's one of the biggest misuse of just terms and just the way you move because you have to change once you become one. The change I'm talking about is not losing yourself.
Right.
Because I believe men and women can both do that at times during their relationships or marriage or anything else. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if there's certain things that you're doing that you've done when I met you, you can't continue to do that. The theory is this, especially with strippers. I've yet to see a woman be like, well, I just strip because I like taking off my clothes for money and for men. Like, just being honest, if that's the case. It's always well, I'm working my way through school. I got a kid to support. And all these things, though, may be true.
Right.
Why is it we never hear, I just like taking my clothes off. I like fast money. But, I like this, that, and the third.
Right, but I will give you some pushback because though stripping might not be what you do or sex work might not be what you do after you get into a relationship, I believe that people are who they are at the core. Yes, you do change some things, you make some adjustments, but at the core, you are who you are, right? So for Joe Smith's wife, I think at the core, she gonna get it. She a hustler. Things get tight, she gonna make it happen. That's who she is, and I believe that when stuff get tight, people revert back to the mean, meaning they revert back to what they know. You see what I'm saying? She knows that her sexuality can get her a bag. Period. It's getting tight. If I have to go there, that's always in my back pocket. You know what I mean? That's why when you marry somebody like that, you got to understand their personality is that when things get tight, I will go all the way here to get it. Like I will go places that some people won't go. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's who she is at the core. Yes, when we get married and things is up, I don't have to do this sex work no more. I don't really want to do it. Like you said, I don't really want to do it anyway. But if things get tight, you know where I could take it. I have the capability. Everybody ain't capable of being a stripper. Everybody ain't capable of doing sex work. You see what I'm saying? But when you marry a woman that you know is capable of these things, you see what I'm saying? Then you have to take a little bit of accountability too if she reverts back to going to get it. Especially, I gotta hold him accountable too. Especially in a marriage. You see what I'm saying? Because you are supposed to be a provider. You are supposed to be the breadwinner. I don't know his financial situation, but according to her, it's not up to her standard.
Now, I like the way you broke that down because as you were talking, I started thinking, I was like, there's no different than the street dude that's with the narcotics and stuff.
Right.
Because if things get tight,
right,
the first thing he's thinking, I got to get a brick. Mm-hmm. I got to get a brick. So I don't think you cleaned anything up, but that was some good pushback right there, pause, because that is how most people are. But it's always to the point of if things get that tight. Mm-hmm. They say Joe Smith is still worth $61 million. Maybe that's a false equivalent. Maybe it's not what it is. But if he's worth $61 million,
I don't think Joe Smith is worth $61 million
at this point.
Yes.
But do you think he's still a millionaire?
I think that if it doesn't, I think that it doesn't matter because a vow says for better or for worse, right? So I think that if he can pay the bills at the house, and he can provide a living for her, that should be enough.
Correction. Mm-hmm. It said Joe Smith is worth $100,000. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that matters either to me. I think that, it's very possible that you can lose it all. It just is. It just is what it is. We know people who've been up and down and then back up again and back down again. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that should matter. I think that if he keep a roof over the head and keep food on the table, be that what, no matter what the roof looks like or the food looks like, if he does that, then you got to ride because you took a vow to ride. You see what I'm saying? Now, it may not be up to the standard that you were living, but that's what you get. That's what you get in this with. You got a partner and you got to ride. You see what I'm saying? Now, things get tight sometimes. When you're in a relationship, that's what I think. So if he went from 61 million to 1 million, you got to ride. You there to support him, get him back. You see what I'm saying? Joe's
whole thing about the OnlyFans was this: you didn't discuss it with me.
I don't think that was his only thing. He didn't want her to do it.
But this is what he said. I can only go by what he said.
But he also said, I don't like that. You see what he said? I don't like that. But he was mad that she didn't discuss it with him. I think, me personally, that it was tight. And he may have, the way he made it seem, he may have come around to that. he was reluctant to come around to that. She just circumvented all that. Like, it don't matter what you think. I'm going to do it.
And that's the part where things go, you know, where he can add on different narratives after the fact because she just didn't have the conversation with him. So we'll see where that goes. But Willard Smith, Big Willie style. His best, well, I don't recall this dude his best friend. He goes on the Tasha K show and talks about how he claims Will Smith and Duane Martin were getting it in, and he said he walked in on it.
Right.
This is not a rumor to the fact of the rumors of Will Smith and Duane Martin have been circling the wagons and doing its, you know, his thing for years. Because people try to put two and two together. Will Smith and them have Overbrook Productions.
Yeah.
Or the show with Duane Martin, Tony Rock, and Lisa Ray, All of Us.
Yes.
Was underneath that umbrella.
Yes.
So we can see what a relationship was. Lisa Ray claims, because she used to be married to the Prime Minister of Turks and Caicos, and she claims that Duane Martin was dealing with him. And like, she says, he took my husband from me. Nah,
she claims that Duane Martin and him, Duane Martin put him on to the chicks. So when she say he took my husband she was mad because he met her husband through her and was putting them onto some ass. Like they was fucking hoes together. You know what I mean? So while she was married to him, you see what I'm saying? That's what she was mad about. But you're right. The rumors has always been circulating between them two, but it was also rumors that they was a tandem. They was you know, Mike and Scotty when it came to the women. You know what I mean? They was getting women. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of rumors circulating.
Now, the thing about this particular rumor is he didn't say from a reliable source, I know this information.
Right.
When you say you walked in on it,
right,
you're the source.
Right.
Now, just because somebody says something doesn't make it true.
Facts.
Just because you don't have it on video doesn't mean it's false either. For this particular one, I'm gonna be honest, I pray it's not that. But if I'm being unbiased and just, you know, right down the middle, how would me on the outside looking in, how would I find that out? Only person that would know that kind of stuff is somebody that's on the inside.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that. So he says he walked in on it.
But my thing is this. This was years ago, right?
Yes.
He walked in on this years ago. This is my problem. Whether it's true or not, I don't even care. I don't care if it is true. The rumor's been out there. I don't care if Will Smith and Duane Martin indulge in men. That's none of my business. I don't care. What is corny is you saying this when you supposedly was Will Smith's friend. You see what I'm saying? So it's corny to, and then it gives me pause because I'm like, why are you saying this? Why now? Why are you saying this now? For what reason? What are your intentions? This is malice. Like, you want to do harm, right? So, like, even if you are privy to this information, why now? Like, I don't think people ask these questions. Like, why? Because it's so salacious, they just want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? They just want to hear it. Like, oh, yeah, we got proof. No, you don't. You know, you just got somebody saying something. You know what I mean? And why are they saying this? You know, anybody can say that.
I can tell you why.
Why?
It's the same old why. Money.
100%.
It's the same old why. When you are like this, we're not just talking about I've seen people connect themselves and attach themselves to rappers on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of their stardom, their fame, their even finances. And they have a great time. They have a great time. They getting into clubs for free. They taking a few trips. Of course, it's not at the Will Smith level, but you still having a good time.
Right.
You're getting ladies without a whole lot of hassle. People get accustomed to that lifestyle.
Yes.
And when that lifestyle is taken away, now what you're saying is you have to navigate your life now from a place that you haven't been to in a few years, and sometimes way longer than that. We're not going to hear this kind of things. We're not going to hear these kind of things from Gail and Oprah. And I promise you, Gail knows some shit. She knows a lot.
But Gail carved her own way.
But no, now she has. What I'm saying is this. Gail has carved her own way now. But let's just imagine if Gail was just the best friend, how she was prior to having shows and her own thing going on. If you don't have the money to sustain that lifestyle and it's dependent on the person who you're attached to and they cut you off for whatever reason, it's you not coming back from here to here. You can't navigate that. So my thing with the reason why he said it, clearly it's the money. People are paying him for these interviews now. I'm not saying it's millions, but there's money in these likes and these views and all this other thing. And people are willing just to hear anything anyway.
Yes, and I'm going to ask you this.
Go ahead.
So if I have a falling out with my famous friend, right, or I'm not getting money from him anymore, I need money, right?
Yes.
So I can go and get paid to tell all of his secrets, right?
Okay.
Or I can also go and get paid to try to confirm some rumors that are out there that I don't even know are true. Because I was around him, I can just say that I know it's true. Either way, what I'm doing is some nut ass shit. Period. Go get some money. Be a man. Like why you
or a woman.
Or a woman.
Or
yes.
a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Just go get some money. When the well runs dry, you always see some corny stuff happening, yo. Listen, whether it's true or not, it's corny. Yo, shut up. I don't want to hear that from you.
I got a little pushback. The pushback is this. What you're saying, although it's true, you're arguing morality. You're arguing morality. It being corny, that's individualized. That's individualized to the person.
Right.
Morally, you can take things any way you want to take them. Because just because we say something is corny.
But even financially it's corny. You can get what you going to get a quick couple $1,000s for that? It's not fruitful. It's nothing you can get from this. You can't gain anything from this. Like tomorrow, like people don't even know your name for real. Like tomorrow is you still gonna be broke. You see what I'm saying? You're not gaining anything. It's not fruitful. It's just hurtful.
This is where, well, that part too. Sometimes it is to hurt the brand. Robert Kraft, owner of the New England Patriots, when he got caught up with the situation where he was at the Chinese, the massage place,
joint, yeah,
and he got a happy ending. His wife Myra passed away a few years. I know this stuff is not. I'm a New England fan, but his wife passed away. There's no criminal charges against this 80-year-old billionaire,
right,
getting topped off or whatever he did at a massage parlor.
Right.
But it was there just to try to ruin and take a hit to his reputation and everything. That's all it was for. Now, this is where, how you said it's corny and we're talking about morals. This guy said this thing. Why are Will Smith and them setting the lawsuit? They're trying to quiet him now. Now, I'm not saying they have their reasons and they listed why they're doing the whole defamation of character and all this other stuff. But if there's no truth to it whatsoever, I don't see people jumping to a lawsuit just because Joe Blow said it. That's what's going on. I feel the lawsuit is what's giving it some legs.
Well, no. They had legs because this is somebody that knows Will Smith and was attached to Will Smith. And if he says it, you're going to believe it because he's known to be Will Smith. Yeah. What the lawsuit does is opposite of what I believe you said. What the lawsuit does is if I win this lawsuit, then it's almost like vindication, like you were lying. You see what I'm saying? If I win this lawsuit, you were absolutely lying.
Winning the lawsuit doesn't mean it's not true either. I don't believe that. I don't believe just because you win the lawsuit. Play this.
Well,
just because you're not guilty, just because you're not found guilty, doesn't mean you're innocent.
Right. But in this type of lawsuit, a defamation or a slander lawsuit, they would have to prove that he's lying. You see what I'm saying? And that which is hard to do. But if they can prove that he's lying, then that would mean he was lying. It doesn't mean that he never did anything with Duane Martin. What it means is he's lying. You see what I'm saying? That didn't happen and he wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? He's doing this purposefully to slander me and to defame my character. You see what I'm saying? And if that's proven, then in the court of public opinion, Will Smith will be somewhat vindicated. But the stain is there, but it'll be some lift off of him. You see what I'm saying?
The stain is there. The stain is there for the simple fact is what I think this dude is doing is off the backs of what Jada's been doing with her book. Like you said, like he's kind of using her to bounce off some things he may or may not know or may not have happened based off of she gives him a slither of room when she says little things about Will that there's just enough room to be like, oh, so like for example, when he said, now all of a sudden, pause, Will's supposed to have a little Johnson. I don't know for that to be a factor, and I really don't care at all about that. What I'm saying, I need to make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I rock with Husband, but hey, what God is giving you is what God is giving you, and that's that. All I'm saying is this. If he's talk about if you're used to a baby leg, you can't go back to, small, whatever. And I think, first off, I think I think is corny because there's no law against having a big pause or small joint. There's no, you're just doing that to try to be funny with somebody.
Even know where this is going.
No, I don't know where this is going. What I'm saying is this. Him bringing that up is based off of some of the things that Jada said. So I think a lot of what he's trying to say is the slithers. He's like this. He's trying to confirm some of the things that he's trying to say based off of her saying little things.
Which goes back to my first point. I think everything he said is based off of what someone else said. It's based off of what Jada said. It's based off of a rumor. It's no new information. He's trying to use his relationship with Will Smith to confirm old information. You see what I'm saying? He's not adding anything, but I was close to him, so now it's valid. You see what I'm saying? That's all he's adding. He's not giving you no new story, no new.
No. That walking in getting and Will getting, as he said, killed, murdered. That's new. I ain't never heard that one until the other day.
It's not new, yo. It's not new. If people have sex, somebody getting murdered. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't even know where to go with that one no more because I'm saying I don't even want to talk about Will Smith in that light. Love and light to Will Smith for that one, but let's just see where that one goes. But this one. This is the meat of this conversation.
Accountability.
Accountability is going to be brought up a lot during this segment because there's enough to go around. Mm-hmm. But I believe it's being misplaced or displaced, so to speak. And you have men and women up in arms. Sean P. Diddy Combs, a.k.a. Love, Brother Love, anything you want to call him. He has a billion monikers. Cassie has just put out a 35-page court documents of physical abuse, human trafficking, and even rape from P. Diddy. Cassie was in the group Danity Kane, I believe.
No, she was not.
She wasn't in that.
She was
Danity
just
Kane?
Cassie. That's it.
She didn't start off in Danity Kane?
No, she was out. She was before Danity Kane. She just had she was a one-hit wonder, Me and You. She had another song, but that was her only hit. She's basically known for being with Diddy. That's it. She's known for being with Diddy.
Okay.
That's it.
So, she actually saying that she's looking for $30 million.
Yes.
I'm not speeding through this one because there's a lot to unpack with this one. Now, it's said that she was dealing with Diddy when she was 19 years old.
Okay.
She was born in 86. According to Wiki, they say her and Diddy, which is weird because the simple fact why they never got married. So I don't know why his name will be on hers as a partner. But
because
like
that's all she's known for. That's what she's known for.
Okay. 2007 to 2018. She was 21, if that was the case. Now, if you want to say it was a few years before they made it official,
okay,
then fine. I'll give wiggle room for her being 19. Let's just say she was 19. We've seen this before. You know what her name was? Aaliyah. But I know for me, I was 17 at the time in 1994. And when I found out that Aaliyah...
we can't do that. That's different.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
Go ahead.
No, it's not. Because the whole thing is this. What I'm saying is this. If you know where I'm going with this. When I was saying in 1994, how's she married to R. Kelly? This nigga's mad older than her. It got brushed under the rug. See, I'm all about real-time outrage. That's the basis of where I'm going at for this segment.
Right.
That's why I didn't call you earlier to let you know. Because my basis is based off of real-time outrage.
The only reason I said it's different is because R. Kelly started messing with that girl when she was like 14 years old.
For whatever reason.
And 14 and 19 is a big difference.
For whatever reason.
To me.
No, clearly.
Still crazy, but big difference to me.
When you're 19, you're considered a consenting adult. So I get that. What I'm saying is this. The whole thing, powerful men, you know what I'm saying, they do all the stuff, whatever. So, because if you push it further enough, you can say, somebody can even say, nah, Diddy knew us in 17. He didn't. Like, it can always go lower to fit a narrative. So I say all that to say, in real time, when this 19-year-old girl was dealing with Diddy, who at the time was 37, where was the outcry then? There was no outcry. And I'm not even talking about from men. I'm talking about from women. Because this word accountability, they say we never hold men accountable for the things they do. And we're going to get to that too. Okay. Because we do hold men accountable. They just don't like the way we hold them accountable. But when this whole theory of I'm dealing with who I want to deal with because I'm a woman and this, that, and the third. And I got to get serious with this one. There's a price to pay when you're dealing with powerful men. We have said it 1 billion times. I keep trying to explain to women. What about you makes you think that this dude, and forget Diddy, just put a blank face there.
Yes.
This man, I don't care what color he is, worth 500 plus million, up to $1 billion or whatever number you want to go to, is going to just deal with you exclusively, and that's it. It doesn't work like that. It does, and you can talk all this about being committed when a relationship, it's not right. That's, once again, that's morality. I'm talking about that Hollywood life. I'm going to keep repeating this throughout. There is a price to pay when you deal with men of power this way. We're not talking about your hustling dude that got a few dollars. He can pay your rent. He can, he buy you some bags, here, some shoes.
How old is Cassie?
Right now, she's 37.
Okay.
37. We're not talking about that.
All right.
We're talking, because I know you want to go, I just want to preference where you go, where I'm trying to go.
Go ahead.
We're talking about change your life money in a heartbeat. That's the difference. It's a lot that comes with that. But the problem is, people like to get their belly full, and then now it's a problem. Before I continue my diatribe, I am not with no physical abuse whatsoever. Now, when I say emotional and mental, that's something different because it's subjective and how you handle it. I'm not saying it's right, but just to give it some room, at bare minimum, I don't want a man putting his hand on a woman.
Yes.
But in terms of the mental part, that's all according to the person and how they can deal with said mental part of the abuse of the relationship.
Yes.
Now, Diddy has been accused of a lot of things throughout his career. Forget this week. Throughout his career. One of the reasons why I actually like Diddy is because I feel that he kind of deals with adversity real well. It seems that no matter what he goes through, somehow he winds up unscathed at some point. Now, some people might say that's because he's paying his way out. He's powerful. And those things might very well be the case. But you said something earlier, and I'm going to throw it back to you. When we were talking about Will Smith and why this dude brought up what he brought up. My thing is this. Why now, Cassie? That's my question. Wow. Why now?
So, I believe Cassie has a child. I believe she is still in a relationship with a dude.
The trainer.
The personal trainer.
The personal trainer, yes.
Yeah. She's 37. She's been away from Diddy for what, like 8 years?
4 years.
4 years? So she was with Diddy from
2007 to 2018.
To 2018.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So if she was 19, that would be 19 to 30. Well, she's 37, so she couldn't have been 19.
That's what I said.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So the questions that I always have is this: is this a criminal lawsuit? You see what I'm saying? If this is a criminal case, you see what I'm saying? Because if Diddy raped her, he should go to jail.
Facts.
Like if he was sex trafficking her, he should go to jail.
Yep.
She should not get $30 million. He should go to jail. But the fact that this is she's suing him for millions of dollars always is going to raise a question for me. Now, I'm not, listen, Diddy has to be a freak bull for all the allegations. I mean, it is what it is. He's a total freak bull. It is what it is, man. But I will say this. It feels transactional when you stay in a situation and you do something do everything that this person wants you to do in order to live this lifestyle. You see, that feels transactional. So if that's the transaction, when the transaction is over, when you're not a part of his life anymore and you don't have the things, why is it that you get to capitalize off of this again? You see what I'm saying? You was living the lifestyle, wearing the bags, just having a $1 billion life. You see what I'm saying? You leave him, you go have a kid, you do whatever you want. You got your family now. Cool, you off into the sunset. Although we thought. You see what I'm saying? But now you don't have these things, why do you feel entitled to $30 million? Because he abused you? Or because he raped you? Is that a transaction? Is that the price of rape? You see, that's what I'm saying. Is that the price? He should go to, if these allegations are true, Diddy should go to jail. Not pay $30 million to her. Go to jail, nigga. Like, you nasty if you did this. Now, if he just a freak boy who was dominating his women, hey man, some women like that. You know what I mean? And it's transactional. You like men of power, it'd be like, yo, man, go kiss that girl right there. Go do this. I want you to wear this. They controlling some, and my thing is, some women do it because of the lifestyle. Now, and by transactional, I mean this. I know of a young lady who was propositioned by somebody that could have changed her life in the music business. And this young lady was super talented. She was a teenager at the time. She was propositioned and she didn't take the proposition. I say that to say this. She didn't reap the benefits that would have come with her had she took the proposition, right? So it is a choice. It's a choice. You can not take it. You can say no and go live a regular life. Now, she still, had a career at music. You see what I'm saying? But it was nothing compared to what this person could have took her to career to. You see what I'm saying? But she didn't feel comfortable with that. Now I know of someone else who was propositioned by another person who could change her life. And she took the proposition and she did some wild stuff, made her do drugs, have threesomes, everything. She is super famous right now. Super famous. It happened. They held up their end of the bargain. It was transactional. Super famous, a megastar. I'm not saying it's right. What I am going to say is it's transactional. What I also will say is if there was abuse and rape and trafficking involved, we should be talking criminal charges. That's my take on it.
The whole thing about, like you said, about things being criminal, I'm on 100% agreement. But this is the whole thing. This is deeper than just Cassie and what she's going. Because when you say things like human trafficking, that to me, that puts it in another stratosphere altogether. Mm-hmm. We keep talking about accountability. We talk about, and I'm taking it personally because women keep claiming we don't hold men accountable. And I really want to know what they want us to say to dudes or how we supposed to treat them. Me personally, I don't know any dude that constantly beats the crap out of women. Mm-hmm. Actually, let me correct that. I do. We are not friends. We're not even associates. Mm. I can't change that man. If he's a piece of junk, he's a piece of junk. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. It's not let him go. He's a piece of junk. Mm. But I got a lot of inboxes today from guys that, because it turned into a man-woman thing, and I get it. Mm-hmm. But the crazy thing was, people started telling me stories about, yo, I remember stepping in on this situation, and the woman actually got mad at me because I put hands on the abuser, mm-hmm. or I did that. See, I want to take it away just from the physical abuse, because we've seen outside when dudes will be beefing with a chick and they start fighting or something and dudes jump in. First off, it can get dangerous because a dude can be like, I don't know, you don't touch me, and he can have something. Or the other way around. Mm-hmm. But then we always see the woman seem to go back. Now, I'm not a woman. So that kind of trauma, I'll never understand why a woman just doesn't come forward like soon as it happens. So it's left for interpretation when a woman doesn't come forward, or why. Because we start thinking, well, why didn't you come forward? And a lot of times when you hear women say things like, this is what you have to deal with me. These are the things you have to be about to deal with me. You're leading not only with your body, you're also putting a narrative out there that you have to be this well put together man, already pretty much finished product to even deal with you. And then they start to think that those men that are well put together and they got all their financials in order, like nothing comes from that. Like you're thinking you're just going to have a regular relationship with this guy that has access to pretty much any woman he wants on the planet. I remember watching, it was Living Single. They did an adaptation of Dreamgirls. The guy that Overton played the character that Jamie Foxx played in the movie. Long story short, there was a scene on the show where the girl was like, where the woman said, "You're just not my type." And I never forgot how he responded. He said, "Baby, I'm rich. I'm every woman's type." And it stuck with me. I was like 16 when I seen it. Because I was like, what do you got to say now? And as you get older, you see life. And when you hear women say things like, why do guys think just because they got money, they can get any woman they want? Because that's what life has shown us.
Yes.
This is what you've said. Like, every dude has been hit with that, unless you just, okay, maybe not Justin Combs, because he was, you know what I'm saying? Because he was born into millions, but unless you were born into money, every guy's been hit with a, yo, you don't make enough money to deal with me. Right. We've all been hit with that. So it's deeper than just the protection. And it's another place I want to go, and I want you to go with there too. This narrative, because that's what it is. This narrative that black women aren't protected. I'm sorry. Now they try to use Malcolm X and say even he said it. This was a different time. And this is not now. This is the thing. When they say protected, are you talking physically? Are you talking mentally? Are you talking anything that's intangible? That's my question with that. But the thing about it is this. They always say we don't hear other ethnicities not protecting their women. They speak up for them. No, they don't. Because men be men in every race, ethnicity. If you are BAN, and y'all know what I'm saying, if you're that in any ethnicity. But the problem is this. They're not going to like this either. Since you want to say black women are so-called not protected, and we don't do that, I don't hear white women always saying they don't need a man. We want to be independent. Since we want to play that card, let's take the gloves off. Because I don't hear Asian women saying that. I don't hear Indian women saying that. I can go through all ethnicities. We don't hear them saying that. But yet, you want to hold us saying, well, this is why we're not protected. Another thing I want to get to, because I'm just unloaded with all of it now.
Yeah, you want one now.
No, because I've been wanting to say this because the whole thing is this. We talk about, oh, granddaddy used to pay all the bills. Da-da-da-da-da. He took care of the house. My grandmother didn't have to work. She didn't have to do anything or whatever. But then you turn around and say, well, we're not those women. We're independent women. We got our degrees. We do this, that, and the third. That is true. But it's also different times. Men, honestly, have no problem paying all the bills if they can do it.
Right.
This is the problem with the whole theory of paying all the bills. When you make it as if, like, yo, you better do it or else. It still has that, because everybody's not married. If you're making money as a woman and a guy is still pretty much flipping the bill and everything, the problem is this: these are different times. I try to tell women, you can't do that nowadays unless you got the right dude. Because straight up and down, and they going to say, now I'm kind of throwing guys under the bus. the average dude, if he's paying all the bills, making all decisions, it ain't much you're gonna be able to say to him.
No, you're not throwing guys under the bus. The average person.
Okay.
Like if a woman is paying all the bills and making all the decisions, it ain't gonna be much you can say to her.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is, especially men are domineering figures sometimes. Powerful men are domineering figures. That's how they become powerful. That's a part of their characteristic. Mm-hmm. So when you are attracted to a domineering man, a alpha, you have to expect alpha domineering behavior. You see, you have to expect that type of behavior. So, for example, did you hear the joint where, because they resurfaced the old clip of Young Jock saying when Diddy made Cassie shave her head?
Yeah, I saw that clip.
You saw that clip when he was like, the chick was on the steps and he seen that. He went to Cassie and said, yo, tomorrow I need you to shave the side of your head. And then Jock looked at her like, are you going to do that? And her response was, well, I do whatever he asked me to do. You know what I mean? And my thought was, why? Why do you do whatever? Now, it's two things you can go with it. Two ways you can go with this. You can go with this because you can go this way. Well, he brainwashed her. He got mind control over her. Mm-hmm. He is emotionally abusing her. You can go that way. Mm-hmm. Or you can go, hey, this is kind of what comes along with me being taken care of like this. Shave this out of my head. It's two sides to the coin. You see what I'm saying? It's one or the other. And so my thing is, you did reap some benefits from this.
A whole lot.
We know you because you were his girlfriend. Like I used to joke with my wife and say, yo, Cassie, I used to joke and say, yo, Cassie ain't got no talent. She doing Diddy moves in the video. She dancing like Diddy in the video. And I was only halfway joking because it's kind of, he made her. Like, she really can't sing. She has one song. And, you know, in the video, she doing all Diddy moves. It looks crazy a little bit. Like, I said it then. Like, this looks crazy. And we gonna gloss over this part. Yo, the side shaved head became a thing. Are we not? We going? It was. Yo, you got the Cassie. Like that was a thing.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I want to read her lyrics.
Hey yo,
it's two sets of lyrics that I would like to read. I'm just saying, why can't I read the lyrics?
Yo, we not gonna pile on Cassie, yo. Like, she could very well have been getting abused and all this stuff. My thing is just press criminal charges. That's all I'm saying.
Can I read the lyrics?
Do your thing.
She has a song with Lil Wayne.
Oh God.
Called Official Girl. I'ma make you my official girl. Listen, today makes it a year. Don't you think it's time that you made it clear? You got to get on your biz. Tell me what it ain't or what it is. I can handle it. I've had it up to here. I don't want to pressure you, dear. I've sent back-to-back dudes away from my door thinking I was spoken for. Not anymore. And I'm tired of being your unofficial girl. I wonder who she's talking about. Now, that song came out in 2013. Mm-hmm. So that was still, because they broke up in 2018. Mm-hmm. So after this song, first off, who knows what happened after that session? I just can imagine Diddy with the glasses on, like, I know this ain't making songs about me in Daddy's house. But she went and did it. Mm-hmm. That song, Lil Wayne was Scorcher. So it probably did okay. You know, so like that bass, not too much, but you got Lil Wayne on it. And that's a straight Diddy call. That's not I wonder if I can get Wayne. That's a Wayne, come to the crib, record it. So she's been ringing this bell for a minute. Mm-hmm. Because, like I always say, It's all fun. We're not going to put any titles on anything. Everybody likes to stay in second place until they can't take second place for so long. Come on, she knew about Kim Porter. God bless Kim Porter. But I believe outside of Misa, Diddy's first baby mother, people were like, it's always either Misa or Kim Porter, but more so Kim Porter. If Diddy was ever going to get married, it was going to be with Kim Porter. I think in Diddy's mind, he's already put a ceiling on his life in terms of that. Or he's going to deal with whoever he want to deal with.
Right.
But he's like, I'm not marrying none of y'all because none of y'all are getting in this will. That's what it all boils down to, a lot of things. Once again. But there's another lyric I would also like to read.
Hey, yo, we not going to keep that. Yo.
No, you're going to like this one because this is actually
You are bugging, yo.
one of my favorites. So I'm going to cut that off. If you heard the beat, that is Destiny Child's Girl. Second verse, I want to believe it's Kelly. See, what y'all don't know about him is I can't let him go because he needs me. It ain't really him, it's stress from his job, and I ain't making it easy. You know, I got my little joint. I know you see him bugging most of the time, but I know deep inside he don't mean it.
Hey, yo.
It gets hard sometimes, but I need my man. But I think y'all understand. I'm telling you, that's the excuse that women like to give also too. Because I'm bringing up word of the day, accountability. Which part of don't mess with this nigga is not holding him accountable and you still go and mess with said dude? Because when I'm telling you, or when guys are telling you, yo, don't really rock with this dude, he's out your league, he's on some other stuff. Oh, you just hating, you're jealous because he's up. Most guys, when a guy hits you with the, all right, go ahead. That really means don't do it, but that just means that's God language for, all right, you're going to learn the hard way because it's coming. It may take a year. It may take 5 years, but the real him is going to show up, and we already see through it. So let me ask you this. Since we don't hold men accountable, I've never had a chick come up to me and be like, don't mess with her, she's a hoe. I ain't never get hit with that. Because guys don't intentionally mess with 304s. We don't intentionally do it. Dudes find out after the fact, after she done freaked off with somebody else, and we out here looking crazy because somebody else got a one-up because they smashing something that we thought was exclusive. Chicks don't give us that heads up. They don't. I ain't never got the heads up on a chick. Now, granted, I think I've been lucky enough to not really mess with a lot of 304s, but at the same time, keep it 100. I done been caught by a couple because, now granted, I might not have been in a full-fledged super relationship with them, but it was enough where it was like I thought the respect was there at least, and they done went. Somebody else done knocked it down.
I don't even understand the hold men account. I don't know what they want me to do. You want me to get outraged when a man does something wrong to a woman, or when a man does something wrong? Like, I just don't think that, you know, I'm that important to another man's life. You know what I mean? Like, I can hold my friends accountable, but just a stranger, like, a stranger can't really tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they can't, like, what are you going to say? Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Who are you? Like, what does that mean? So I don't know. Maybe they saying we just ride with anything that men do. I don't. I'll be thinking that I call men out on some sucker shit all the time. I think that a lot of dudes do some clown stuff, and you know, I say that it's corny when men do it. I say it's corny when women do it too. You know what I mean? But the question is, I think women hold women accountable too. I just think that whenever women get in their empowering women bag, then no woman can do any wrong.
That's my thing about it. When a woman, is it going to be, I am woman, hear me roar, or is it outcry after the fact? This is the reality of a lot of things when it comes to, once again, women dealing with powerful men or men that could take their life to another level. There's a price to pay. And that price is a steep price. It's not financial. It comes with your soul. What you choose to do or not do. It's like this movie, The Box. The movie was based on simply, you press this red button and somebody in the world will die and will give you $1 million. At the end of the movie, because it wasn't a great movie, but at the end of the movie, a guy asked the guy, he said, how do you beat the box? And you know what he said? Don't press the button. That's it. Ladies, don't press the button. Don't lead with, okay, he's got a bag, I have ulterior motives. Because if you stay in with the fact that it's ulterior motive, then you're going to have to stay there and you're going to have to live with whatever comes along with it. And I pray that it's not physical, and I pray that it's not all the way emotional, but there's definitely a price that's going to be paid dealing with these men that could change your life to a certain degree. So
my question to you is, what are you going to do if you find out that Will Smith is somebody is getting crazy on Duane Martin was getting crazy, really getting crazy on Will Smith, and Diddy out here raping and beating? You gonna need new idols, bro.
Michael Jordan is still holding on strong. He was the initial. Michael Jordan he's above all three. For one, he's just above all three. Diddy was in a close second place because, we share birthday and, the whole New York Harlem thing or whatever. But Will Smith is well-rounded. He does a lot of things. I hope that's not one of the things that he does, but
I don't care. If
I'm just saying, honestly, no, I'm gonna be honest. Yo, the thing is this. You know what's so crazy about being Gary Apple Yellow? You would think in this climate now, it's nothing. The closet shouldn't exist anymore. Right. Think about that. The closet shouldn't exist anymore in this climate. We can see if this was the dawn of man. I like to call the early 80s. What you call it? That was something different. But you can prosper now from being Gary Apple Yellow. And there's no real pushback. That's because the Gary Apple Yellow community people have still yet to not put their arms around it completely. That's why if Will Smith was getting killed, it's going to hurt him. But in this climate, it shouldn't. That's the weird thing.
He already has an image, and his image is predicated on him being a street sex symbol. And it will come across as a lie if we find out that he's gay, but I wouldn't care.
Dwight Howard neither confirmed or denied his situation, but what he did do is say, what I do in my bedroom is my business. He stood behind that fact.
And
he stood behind that fact.
He confirmed in them court documents.
He said he's gay in the court documents?
Nah, he performed a sexual act on that man, and he said it was consensual. That sounds gay to me. I don't know what this sounds like.
I don't know what it sounds like to you. I'm just saying. What do we want when somebody's entering the Gary Apple Yellow community? Do we just want them to come to outright say,
I don't want anything from them. I don't care.
No, it's not about a care thing. What I'm saying is this. Because, no, you open the door for something that I'm trying to figure out. Not that you did. Yeah. It's like, do you understand what I'm saying when I say the closet honestly probably shouldn't exist anymore? It really shouldn't exist. So why aren't people, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but why aren't people just outright saying this is what it is?
Because it's a couple areas where it's still not a safe space for gay people. And that's sports is really not. It's still not a safe space for gay people. You know what I mean?
Is sports? I'm glad you brought it up. I'm bringing it right back to you. Is sports ever going to be a safe space in male-dominated sports? Because in women, it's not about safe. It's kind of assumed that this kind of thing happens anyway.
Yes.
When it comes to women, it's not assumed that males, this is what they're doing. It's camaraderie and fellowship and teams when it's men, even though we know better.
Right.
We know better through history, and these are rumors. We know it's going down.
I mean, just sheer numbers. Like somebody has to be gay. You know what I mean? It's just sheer numbers. Like somebody's gay. Like, let's be real. Like, it's hundreds of people that play in this sport, hundreds of people that play in this sport. Ain't none of them gay. Come on, dog. It's numbers. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I don't know. To answer your question, it's still some places, unfortunately, that, you know, it's not safe to be gay, and it's harder for people who have already built up a persona, a character, and who already have established this role in their space to come out as gay, because, like I said, it comes off as you were lying to your fans. Like,
what about this? Because we're spitballing through it. Pause. I believe if you're white, you can come out being Gary Apple Yellow a lot easier than if you're black. Man.
Yes. If you are older. I don't know. I think younger dudes just could be gay, dog. It's just easy. Like, I think the kids are just kind of open to do whatever they want to do. Like, the kids now, they just do anything, and it's like, and it's accepted, it's on the table, and I think that the non-acceptance of things is like an older type of thing. You know what I mean? It's taught to people. You know what I mean? So in a white community, I don't know. I don't know that to be true, but I don't know that to be not be true. You know what I mean?
It gives the perception that it looks like it's a lot easier to come out. First off, maybe the Gary Apple Yellow community needs to abolish said closet.
I don't know. I can't speak for them. I'm not gay, but I just don't. I don't know, because I don't know what all goes into that. Like, it's so natural to me to be just, it's such a norm in society to be heterosexual. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what it entails to come, like, out of the proverbial closet. You see what I'm saying? So I don't, maybe it should be, if that's a safe space for people, maybe it should be a closet. You know what I mean? I can't say that they should abolish it. Honestly, I only think it makes straight people uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Only
thing that I can see that's physically uncomfortable with the whole Gary Apple Yellow thing, I made a comment before. I'm sorry, gay bones exist. Because, I'm just saying, since we're on the topic, like, hold on.
What is that?
This is not even disrespecting them, but it is. I believe if you're Gary Apple Yellow, when they do that little drop thing, where they just be dropping, you are literally supposed to tear your ACL, MCL, everything else. They don't break anything. So I started thinking, you gotta have gay bones for that. I'm telling you, all right, that's enough. That's enough, So you telling me gay bones don't exist? All right, man. Go to break.
Oh God.
Well, it's been another great episode of Oshin's View. Continue to log in and subscribe. Share it, give it to your friends and everything else. Willie Negro, Oshin, Continue to follow us on our social media, Oshin149 or Ocean's View on Instagram. And follow, what is yours again?
Willie Ray _.
Yes, Willie Ray _ for Ocean's View. And we're going to continue to have the content and continue to go forward. So I'm jacking this one from the late, great Jerry Springer. Take care of yourself and everybody else. Peace.
Peace.